All right, let's dive into a really profound idea from the Bhagavad Gita. It basically gives us a user's guide to our own consciousness, a kind of blueprint for who we really are. And it flips everything you think you know completely on its head. The whole thing kicks off with this incredible riddle. It asks you to imagine that your foundation, your connection to life itself, isn't beneath your feet in the ground, but actually way up high above your head in the cosmos. So what is this strange inverted tree? Well, the text suggests this isn't just some pretty poetry. You're supposed to read it like a schematic, a technical diagram of your own inner world. According to this interpretation, this upside-down tree is basically a map of our ideal original self. You know, it's how we were designed to be, how we were meant to function before, well, life and the material world got their hands on us. And here is the real key to unlocking this blueprint. This inverted tree isn't just a metaphor for the soul. No. According to this teaching, it's a literal description of what's called our etheric body. Think of it as our energy body, the life force field that animates our physical one. It's like the invisible scaffolding that holds up the entire building and gives it life. Let's break it down. You know how a normal plant works, right? Its roots go down into the dirt, pulling up nutrients from a soil. Well, for us, in our ideal state, it is the complete opposite. Our spiritual roots, our consciousness, are meant to reach up and draw life, energy, and wisdom from the cosmos above. It is a total 180-degree flip in how we're oriented to the universe. It's a really beautiful design when you think about it. So if this is our original, perfect blueprint, how do so many of us end up feeling so tangled up, so disconnected, so stuck in the mud? Well, this is what happens. We get tangled up in the material world. The teaching explains that our perfect cosmic blueprint can get twisted, corrupted, essentially inverted back into a pale imitation of a normal, earthbound plant. And it happens like a chain reaction. First, our focus shifts away from the cosmic and onto worldly things. We start chasing after sensory experiences, wanting this or that. And as we do that, new roots literally start to grow downwards, trying to get nourishment from the material world. We get tangled in this web of our own making, and that creates the very cycle of karma and bondage that keeps us feeling stuck. So, how do we fix this mess? You might be surprised. The scripture doesn't suggest some gentle gardening or a slow course correction. Instead, it offers a single, direct, and honestly, a pretty radical tool for the job. Yeah, this isn't about gently pruning a few leaves or trying to coax the roots back up. The state of entanglement is seen as so serious that it requires a really decisive, sharp action to break free. The tool is an axe. We're literally told to cut down this tree that has become so firmly rooted in the world. And this axe is the power of non-attachment. It's our ability to consciously, deliberately withdraw our energy and our focus from the worldly things that are holding us down. It's about making a clean, decisive cut. But here's where it gets really interesting. Cutting those downward roots is just the first step. That's what frees us from the mess we're in. The ultimate goal, though, is something way, way more profound. It's not even about getting back to that ideal tree. And the contrast between these two states just couldn't be more clear. On one hand, you have our natural state. Roots in the cosmos, source of life is divine, and the result is freedom. On the other hand, you have the distorted state. Roots in the world. Source of life is sensory stuff, and the result is bondage. That axe of non-attachment, that's the tool that lets us move from bondage back toward freedom. And this is the final, absolutely mind-bending leap. The real goal isn't just to fix the tree, or even to restore the ideal, imperishable tree. The goal is to transcend the tree altogether, to go beyond it and reach the very source from which the tree itself springs, what the Gita calls the supreme self, a state that's beyond both mortal and immortal. So this ancient teaching leaves us with a very deep and a very practical question for our own lives. What are we focused on? Where are we trying to get our nourishment from? Are our roots reaching up for the timeless cosmos? Or are they digging deeper and deeper into the temporary soil of the material world? Ultimately, the direction they grow is entirely up to us.